Hi, welcome to Vocab Wednesdays, and I am Chris with Magoosh. Today we are going to talk about words that have secondary meanings. Now some of these words are very familiar. Of course, the secondary definition isn't familiar at all, and some of the words have two definitions, perhaps neither of which are familiar. So listen up and see what we have today, starting with rash. Now obviously we all know what a rash is. You get a rash on your hand, you get a rash on your face, you can rash anywhere. And so we think, oh yeah, red splotchy stuff. However, rash has a second definition. It means an outbreak of something negative. And that's not too surprising given that having a red spots all over your face is kind of an outbreak of something negative. Of course, rash, secondary definition, can apply to anything, and it typically applies to crime. There's been a rash in burglaries, or there's been a rash in homicides throughout the city. Anything of that nature. So if you see it in that context, just know it means an outbreak. Okay, next word we have is bridle. Now, bridle falls into the category I talked about second, and that is that you may not know either definition, both of which are GRE definitions. The first bridle, common way, not the GRE definition, is the harness that you put over a horse. So if you want to pull the horse back, how's my horse sound? That would be the bridle, pulling it back. Now, one definition isn't surprising. To bridle is to hold someone back. You can even have your emotions, your enthusiasm could be bridled by the reality. For instance, oh, I was going to the beach. However, my enthusiasm was bridled by the fact that the sun had yet to come out. Now, the next definition is not common at all. It means to express anger and resentment, to sit there and go, what? How can you make me study all these words, you evil GRE? That is bridling. A very different definition. Okay, next we have graft. Not like, oh, he graphed something in the XY plane, but graft spelled with an F. Now, if you know anything about biology, medicine, a skin graft is part of skin or a piece of skin taken from one part of your body and put to another part of your body. So that's a relatively common definition. The hidden definition, or the secondary GRE definition for graft, is corruption and bribery. And that has nothing to do with skin. So you can see that sometimes these secondary meanings are very surprising. So again, corruption, bribery, graft, used in the context of countries, nations that are known for their corruption or known for their graft. Next, flag. And hopefully your attention is not flagging. What does flag mean? Not waving the flag, but flag means to tire, to lose energy. So as I said, hopefully you are not flagging and your attention is unflagging, which means not weakening or diminishing. And finally, leave the fun ones for last. Not just a word, but I have a little phrase, curry favor. And you're wondering, what the heck could that possibly mean? Maybe you're imagining a curry dish and throwing spices in there as a favor for someone. Nothing to do with that whatsoever. It actually comes from two French words that I guess were misunderstood by a British person. And so to curry favor is actually to win somebody over. A great word, or great synonym for that, is to ingratiate. So let's say you're new to school or new to an office and you want to make friends with people. You want to come across as maybe a nice, cool guy or a cool girl. You want to make sure people like you. So you try to curry favor. And that's it for this week. And I will see you next week. And in the meantime, check us out at gre.magoosh.com.